Hey Charles, I'm going to read you a few paragraphs so you can listen to my lingo, and I think we'll do it this way, and then you can critique it. I'm just going to pick it up. Another area of discovery that will allow you to mind goal and expansion of your self-perception concerns the clothes you wear. When I dress for the opera, my self-image begins to change when I put on my sheer hose. And it expands further with my slinky gown, velvet shoes, and sparkling earrings, and completes itself as I don on my cape and gloves. I feel the essence of elegance, even like royalty, and I already envision myself as a commanding presence seated in a large or gliding gracefully through the halls of the Met at the intermission. This image might even sustain me until the music starts, but then I sit up agog, weeping until my mascara runs, shouting, bravoing, and clapping after an exhilaration aria until I am hoarse and the palms of my hands are red. My self-image becomes more like the one I had as a teenager sitting in a peanut gallery in hand-me-down finery. When I dress for work in a garden in sneakers, stained blue jeans, and a man's shirt, I feel and behave like an earth mother. In dressing for a particular occasion, the very act of putting on each article brings about a change of self. Notice how you feel and behave when trying things on in a store, the fantasies that occur when the garment is dowdy and makes you feel older or middle class, or when it's a flamboyant image. Note how an outlandish new high-fashion garment can intimidate you and bring about an awkwardness or a remembrance sense of teenage gangliness, a feel of being out of place. Of course, clothing can condition the behavior right up to the point of you're removing it to put on something else. When I put on billowing flannel granny nightgown, I usually have a sense of childlike cozy security. A short, boxy nightshirt gives me an image of a cocky, smart kid. A silky nightgown makes me feel like a seductress, etc. In particular, note the difference footwear makes in your carriage to your entire bearing. For example, slippers, sandals, high heels, sneakers, etc. You'll present yourself in a variety of ways at a fancy party that includes agents, producers, and directors who are in a position to employ you, and quite differently in another variety of ways at an informal gathering of friends with your feet up while guzzling beer. Observe how, by contrast, you will behave at your parents' home when they are entertaining their peers, and once again, how you will transform yourself to suit the occasion of a birthday party for children. In each instance, even your verbal idiom changes. In summation, you change your sense of self 100 times a day as you are influenced by circumstances, your relationship to others, the nature of the event, and your clothing. There is an element of spontaneous role-playing in this procedure that I believe exists in all human beings, but is to a far greater extent in actors. To all actors, not only those who believe that their own persona is boring, that their character in playing is more interesting than they are, leading them to formalistic character illustration as the only way out, I recommend this training as self-observation and self-stretching exercises, as I call them. It is the source for a warehouse full of shelves that can be called on to fill the complicated characters you will be called on to bring into being. If you are still in doubt, if a feeling is that you will be too much the same in every part, it is because you have not tested your self-discovery enough or impatient with it. Or perhaps you are confused by the examples of personality actors, so many whom crowd the stage and screen, who use their cliché self-image over and over again, usually because it works for them the first time with the approval of both audience and critics. In order to ensure their continued success, unwilling or technically unable to move away from their limited self-image, they copy the manner of themselves as tediously as formalistic actors copy the manner of their preconceived characters. To reassure that you do not fall into this trap, let me offer a personal example. So I can go on, but I wanted you to get an idea of me reading. It's pretty interesting reading, actually, too. It makes a lot of sense, and there are some actors that do this. Vince Vaughn, for example, acts the same way in every movie, and it's very annoying to me. And there's a few other actors that do this, and that's one thing I don't want to do, is fall into this trap where you act the same in every fucking movie. Anyway, I think it kind of separates good actors from people who have a simple mind and way of thinking and think that if they do this that they're a good actor. I just don't agree with that, actually. So anyway, I think you know, Arnold Schwarzenegger even falls into this category, if you ask me. And you know, it does work for some people, but for actors like Tom Cruise and what's his name there, played Forrest Gump. You know, these actors are actors to me. They can diversify and bring more to the table. Anyway, I'll talk to you after. Thank you.